Hi, welcome to the last video of the nuclear reaction notes. In this section, we're going to talk about balancing nuclear reaction equations, which is the last thing that you need to know of the four key things that you need to know for nuclear reaction equations. So let's quickly review what nuclear reaction equations are. They're equations that represent nuclear reactions, which are changes to the nucleus, the protons and neutrons in the nucleus. Now, nuclear reaction equations uses atomic symbols, and we saw that when we looked at the different types of decay reactions where all you were seeing a bunch of atomic symbols. They also use symbols of particles like alpha particle or beta particle, and again we saw that with the decay reactions. Sometimes instead of seeing elements in the periodic table, you'll see these particle symbols, so we have to get familiar with those. They also have a structure. On the left side we have the reactants, on the right side we have the products. The reactants are what we start off with, and the products are what we make. The last key thing we need to know is how to balance them and what that means. So first off, nuclear reaction equations must be balanced. And that's because they have to follow the law of conservation of mass. So that means the total mass number and atomic number must be equal on both sides of the arrow. Remember, if you need to, pause the video, copy down any notes. Let's take a look at this reaction where we have nitrogen-14 and helium-4 reacting together to form oxygen-17 and hydrogen-1. So what's the total mass on the reactant side? To get that, we're going to add the two top numbers, 14 and 4 together. And that's equal to 18. So the total mass number here is 18. Alright, let's try it also on the product side. On the product side, we have the total mass number 17 plus 1, which also equals 18. So if we look at these two numbers, 18 and 18, that's balanced. So the mass numbers are balanced because they're the same on both sides. Let's now see if the atomic numbers, which are on the bottom, are the same on both sides. So on the reactant side, we have 7 plus 2, which equals 9. On the product side, we have 8 plus 1, which equals 9. So these are also the same on both sides. So because both the mass numbers and the atomic numbers are the same on both sides, this reaction is balanced. Okay, so the key thing is, in order to make sure your reactions are balanced, you're going to add up the mass numbers on both sides of the arrow, make sure that they give you the same values. Then you would add up the atomic numbers on both sides of the arrows and make sure they give you the same values. If they don't, that means your reaction is not balanced. Now, for your last practice, what you're going to do is use that understanding to figure out what goes in the blank. So if you have a reaction where there's a missing value, you can use your understanding of what it means to have a balanced equation to figure out what goes in the blank. I hope you found this video helpful. Have a quality day.